Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And then good morning to all you students. I am Professor Dr. Maskun Esa LL.M. And right now we would like to continue our lectures for today. And then we will discussing about the environment protection law, especially in terms of the law of the sea. What would you like to discuss about this idea actually, because this is really important in terms of carry on our materials time by time, and then of course because this is the pivotal issue in terms of the law of the sea. As you already know that in this class I'm not alone. Of course I'm with the team, the lecturers team, and then some lecture already come to visit to teach you, and now I would like to carry on what they already explained before me. Okay, to continue our lectures today, and then because we would like to discuss about the protection law of the sea, the basic question actually, the question is why do we need environmental protection sea law? That's the basic question actually that we would like to address in terms of talking about the protection law of the sea. If you see some illustration related to the question why we do need to protect the environment actually, that's because we already saw about the drought and desertification in some river that's taking place in all around the world. And also, we can see some example also related to the flooding taking place in Jakarta, Philippines, and other places all around the world. Also, we found out some burning of fossil fuels that taking place all around, including Indonesia, and especially we are right now stay and live in the Sulawesi Island. So it's really easy for us to find out how the fossil fuels related to the burning situation that's taking place, like in Morowali, in South and then North Konawe in Southeast Sulawesi, and other places in Sulawesi. So if we see those example, actually, that's one thing, something that we have to be aware for the question, why do we need to protect the environmental law of the sea? If we see, for example, in the area of the Maldives, for example, that's one of the famous island all around the world. And then if we talking about the protection, how to protect the Maldives, that's related to the position of the Maldives, because the Maldives is surrounding by the coast of the sea. This is the idea actually, students, why when talking about the protection law of the sea, should thinking more and more deeply and explore the reason why we have to protect the law of the sea. The basic question before I continue to explore more about the protection, the question is it possible for the environment to protect itself? That's the basic question. Why I am trying to assist you students to, before going to the theoretical ways related to the protection, because I would like to all of you realize and then understanding the nature of the protection, because the nature of the protection, one of the best thing that people have to do when we talking about the protection, because in reality we do realize that environment cannot heal itself. Why? Because the pressure go beyond its carrying capacity. So when we're talking about in the area of law of the sea, okay, when we're talking about in the area law of the sea, the question is if the environment in terms of law of the sea cannot heal itself. So should the next question is, who should protect the law of the sea? It's possible for the coastal itself to repair if there is something harm for the coastal area? I don't think so. Because in this situation, we as a human has a good position to take control to protect the law of the sea. So in terms of the legal protection, in terms of the legal protection, and in terms of the how the human beings taking part in terms of the protection law of the sea, so it means that we need special protection, connection, or related to law. So we need special protection for human to preserve equality and sustainability of the law of the sea. And in the area of this one, actually, we as the human being should be an architect to protect the law of the sea. We have to take the control, we have to create regulation, we have to create policy, and then based on creating the law and then policy, so it means that we take part from this situation. Therefore, students, the most important things when we're talking about the area of the protection law of the sea, we have to create one, the international instrument of the protection law of the sea, as mentioned in United Nations Convention Law of the Sea. Or if we're talking about the pollution, we can go to the MARPOLs, for example. The second thing, in terms of the national regulation. So it means we have to create the environmental law, the law number 32, 2009 as the basic rules for the environment in Indonesia, and then goes to the subnation regulation. I think this is the idea, the core of the protection for the environmental law of the sea. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Finally, we come in the end of our lectures today. I really appreciate to some feedbacks that you already arise during these lectures. And then I do believe that the time for giving the lecture is not good enough to explore more and more information related to our concerns for today in the area of the protection law of the sea. But the most important things for all of you students, I already put to all these materials goes to the Sekolah. So please go to the Sekolah because all of my lectures material I put in the Sekolah. And then in the Sekolah already clear to what should you do during your weekend, especially for arising some assignment that I already also put in the Sekolah, and just following the Sekolah concerned, including the some references also. And I do hope that I can see you in the next lectures, and then we can arise some a good discussion related to us. And then for all of you students, please take some notes, if you read some materials that I produced in the Sekolah, and then you think that there is still many information that you would like to clarify to me, I will be happy if you can show me or express to me when I see you next week. Okay, thank you so much, and then be healthy and see you next week. Thank you.